It's showtime.
Hey, Carl. How you doing?
Rockin' riff that sounds great.
Who played that?
I really dig that jingle package, I have to admit. Whoever did that, I dig it.
What jingle package?
Your jingle package.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's all good stuff.
No, I always was. The first time I heard it, I liked it. I mean, it's not, it doesn't like rock, but it's just a classic jingle package.
Shot fired.
Have you ever heard the WATP music special? You might love that one, Drew.
Excuse me for liking a jingle.
That riff is The Isotopes, my band. We're playing a big show tomorrow night at Radio Social here in Rochester. Isotopioke show with guest singers coming on. Drew, you would like this show we're going to do tomorrow night.
Actual singing? The guitar won't have to do the singing?
Correct. Listen to these songs we're doing. We're doing Uncontrollable Urge by Devo.
Oh, cool.
We're doing You May Be Right, Billy Joel, Interstate Love Song, STP, Maggie May, Simply Irresistible, The Distance, Come Together by the Beatles, No Rain, Blind Melon, Can't Hardly Wait by the Replacements. It's going to be a great show.
I like the set list, I got to say.
Yeah, we got a lot of guest musicians, horns players, keys, piano, all that stuff. It's going to be fun.
Sounds sweet. By the way, we were just playing the little clip that Brandon had the prep today of Brent Hatley talking about how he has decided that I'm a cuck. I admit it. I love watching my wife get slammed. Did you get to see that clip?
Yeah, we all knew that already. These videos have been going around. Everyone has seen where he's just sitting there jacking his little pud while guys are going at his wife.
I have not seen that.
Yeah.
If you follow the right Reddit threads, you'll get sucked into them because.
Wait, correct.
Are you telling me there are videos that I could view if I chose of him jacking his little pud while somebody slams her? Seriously?
Let me see what I can bring up in the next 5 minutes. Hold on.
Yeah, you could definitely find a still image, I bet.
Oh, so he gets off on that too, then, of people watching him. Has to be.
He's voyeur in every way.
Yeah. I don't really understand this either because I thought he'd made this known forever. Is it he must be running out of talent to use to slam her, maybe? So he's recruiting?
Yeah, he married a whore, and he probably can't keep up.
I mean, sounds like she likes it more than he does, and he loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's way into it. She's so gross. Those last couple of years on Howard Stern, when they would just bring her into the studio and she would talk about banging all these guys and stuff, just like, you're a skank. Who cares?
I have to admit, that didn't do anything for me. That was not one of my favorite parts of the show, and I liked the show back then.
And I liked Shuli used to fuck with them by saying they weren't swingers and that she wasn't sleeping with other guys. They'd be like, no, we are. He's like, no, you aren't. That was fun.
And then there were also accusations that all the swinging was being done by her, that he wasn't getting laid at all.
Well, if you, Drew, I'll tell you this.
Oh, man.
Yeah, don't go to this mark. Don't go to this mark.
Oh, Jesus.
But if you Google them individually nude, you'll find really nothing of Brent, and you'll find this of his wife with a myriad of different men of different ethnicities, ages, you name it. And there's threesomes.
It doesn't discriminate.
Wow.
She got that going for her.
Wow, is it dirty?
She's blowing this black dude, and there's another black dude behind her just slamming her. Wow. Well, where's Brett? So Brett, I assume, is in the corner pulling his pud, Carl, or his little, what'd you call it?
It's a lifestyle.
His little, what'd you say?
Yeah, he's pulling his little pod over there in the corner.
Oh, God. I don't know. Jesus. I mean, what if one day he realizes he doesn't like that? That would be pretty hard to get past. Yeah, anyway, I just wanted to mention that we watched that video today, and then I was watching, because Carl wanted to go through the Impulsive podcast, where Logan has Jake on, and this is a pretty all-encompassing conversation. Did you enjoy it, Carl?
Yeah, so they're both hungover. They announced that immediately. It's a very casual conversation. But Logan's talking to his brother about the Tyson fight. So I thought, well, that'll be interesting to take a look at, get their assessment on it.
Yeah, I agree.
So at the very beginning of it, too, they even tease that Jake's going to give away how much money he made from the fight. I don't know if you caught the very end.
I did not.
And then, so at the very end, Logan goes, so what'd you make, $90 million on this fight? And Jake goes, no, I didn't make that much. He's like, well, 170 million? He's like, no, I didn't make that much. And then he never says. So it was like a tease at the beginning that there was nothing for it.
Well, that's really stupid. He was guaranteed 40. We know that.
Yeah, they did very well. I'm sure Netflix got a lot of people signing up for it.
Hey, out of curiosity, which brother do you hate more?
Well, you know what? Let's play my clip package and let's ask that question again at the end. Because I want to start off with the reason why Trump won the election. A lot of people are wondering. I've seen a lot of political pundits speculate on why Trump won the election, and we actually have the answer in my clip number 1.
Because of you, actually. A lot of people say that you're the reason that Trump won the election.
They're saying I did?
Yes.
Who's saying that?
Everybody. Because that video you made. That,
No way.
That highly impactful political video.
Dude, thank you. Yeah, I had a bunch of Democratic people tell me that they changed to Republican because of that video.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you dead ass serious?
Yeah.
That's impactful, Jake.
They just voted for Donnie. Donnie.
I had a lot of liberal friends and primarily Democratic people as well text me saying how like brave your video was and how much they liked it and respected it.
Brave.
Stop it.
Do you guys know what video he's talking about?
No.
I don't.
Yeah, okay. I didn't either. Okay. So he's acting like this video won the election. I looked it up.
Okay.
So he did make a 20-minute video explaining why you should vote for Trump. It has 700,000 views, but if you look at all the top comments, they're all from after the election.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so there's speculation that it was shadow banned by YouTube. I don't think it got a lot of views until after the election was done, and then all of a sudden people started discovering it. So I doubt that was the reason he won the election.
I thought it's funny that Logan says some people are saying, which is a line we love,
Yeah.
and then he just agrees with them, like, wow, that's really cool to find that out. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a fact.
Jake's got an ego on him, doesn't he? It's
Yes.
incredible.
Wow.
Although this was interesting that came out after that conversation. Logan said, so he's the host of Impulsive, very big show, and he says he invited Kamala on and even said, we'll give you final edits, and she still refused to go on the show.
Could you believe how stupid that is?
Very
They would give
stupid.
her final edit and she wouldn't go on?
Yeah, I mean, she just had no confidence in herself. She didn't want anyone to know who she really is.
And they begged her. He said they asked multiple times.
Yep. Yeah, so that was surprising.
Yeah. I was surprised, too, that I can't stand that somebody says, we'll give you final edit.
Yeah,
Why?
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, the next election cycle, there's going to be so many podcast interviews. We're going to be sick of these people on podcasts.
Well, I mentioned earlier today that Trump says he's going to offer seats at his press briefings to podcasters. So you're going to see some heads blowing up any second now.
Oh, you want to go? I'll be there.
You mentioned Joe Rogan and I guess Theo and a couple others.
Theo would be funny.
That would be funny. That's true.
When are we going to get some good cocaine in this country? Always.
He'd be a good everyman to ask questions.
Now, there's some serious ball washing going on, as you might expect. Logan Paul is just telling his younger brother how amazing he is, and Jake is agreeing with him left and right. And then he says, you know, you're such an entrepreneur. You got all these businesses going on. You remind me of Elon Musk. And my clip number 2 is where this picks up.
You remind me of Elon Musk, like a much less successful, bigger headed, more aggressive Elon Musk.
Yeah. That's a really big compliment. I mean, he's probably my biggest inspiration.
He's so great.
He's amazing. He's literally saved the world multiple times now.
Dude, I don't think he gets enough respect put on his name, man.
Not when you compare him to your brother.
Well, hold on a second. Are they confusing him with Superman? How many times has Elon Musk saved the world?
Oh, comparing a guy that makes viral videos and boxes to Elon Musk is a little
I
ridiculous.
feel like he's more like Trump. He's a great marketer, right? He knows what people want. He sells it to them.
And
Yeah.
I agree.
Elon Musk is obviously a superhero,
Yeah.
so very different than Jake.
Saved the world 3 times.
Yeah.
They didn't tell us about
times.
this?
Yeah, I was surprised by
The
that.
liberal
They
media.
listed-
The liberal media didn't want us to know.
they listed all the companies and stuff. I don't think any of them have saved the world. I think the satellite internet stuff is cool. I'll give them that.
Yeah, Starlink.
All
yeah.
right. So now we want to know, like, Jake, how are you able to go so hard and accomplish so much by clip number 3?
Why are you going so hard?
Maybe I shouldn't. No, I will. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I want to be a world champion boxer. And so this is actually what it is that's my goal. And so I'm literally boxing like my whole life. And that creates a ton of dead time where I'm literally just sitting there.
Yeah.
And so I come up with all these ideas and make all these videos. And
How do you do it? Why are you boxing 59-year-olds if you want to be champion of the world? What are you doing?
Thank you. Drew, I wrote down the same note. If he wants to be a boxing champion, he should have some real opponents. At some point. He's going about it the wrong way. But he was being, I mean, I think you'd agree with me. You watched this. He's being serious.
Oh, yeah, he's totally serious. I mean, he's serious when they're talking about everything, UFOs and all their knowledge about that.
We'll get into that. But what I thought was so ridiculous is he goes, look, I just want to be the world champion at boxing. And then if you skip over my clip 9, he has other options, though, too, that are open.
9.
I have other options.
Would you ever consider coming to the WWE?
I would love to.
I mean, isn't he like a guy who seriously wants to win the boxing title?
Gonna go to WWE. Jesus.
Oh, man. So you already got CTE? Forgot that already?
And Drew, this is something that you picked up on. So he wants to go over to the WWE, and they have some new family goals for the Logans. I think this is very realistic. This is my clip number 11 where they explain this.
I mean, bro, the ultimate goal would be for me to become WWE champion, for you to become boxing champion, and then for your girlfriend Yuta to win Olympic gold.
Yeah, we just have all the belts
That's insane.
in the world.
Hey, what about Logan's
Look at the looks on their
Logan's
face.
fiance? Should she be maybe, I don't know, president or something?
Yeah, so we get all the belts.
Yeah.
Did you know that a gold medal is also a belt? I had no
Yeah,
idea.
there's
That's
only
pretty
3
cool.
of
I
them.
did not know that. Oh, my God.
Now, the thing that I tuned into this episode for is I watched the fight. You guys watched the fight. It was not a good fight.
Horrible. Horrible.
Tyson was paid to not fight. I mean, if you ask me, in my opinion, he did not throw punches. He landed less than 20. It didn't make any sense.
Did you guys feel stupid for watching? Because I really felt dumb. I was mad at myself after.
Well,
Yeah.
but I also, there's a little bit of vindication because we knew it was going to be stupid.
But it didn't hit until about, I don't know, maybe 8 minutes in, and it was like, oh yeah, this is a letdown.
I know, and I was yelling at when I wouldn't stream, was buffering, and I'm yelling at the TV. I'm like, what is wrong with me?
Yeah, I was doing that a lot during the undercard. It was so frustrating.
It was awful.
But I bet Paul to go to the decision. So I was very happy. I
Yeah,
felt
there
very
you go.
vindicated
Okay.
by it. It was all good for me. Now, but my question is, like, well, how is Jake spinning this? Because everyone knows that's a farce and it was a ridiculous fight. So my clip 4, they're going to explain how they felt it went.
It was the perfect fight. Like the build up, the lead up, the
Fuck off.
story, all of it was spectacular. Execution 10 out of 10.
Wrong.
10
Yeah,
out
when,
of-
when you're the one making the money, it's easy to say that,
Right.
as opposed to
And
the 66 million watching.
I'll give some credit to Logan Paul because he does follow this up with some questions about, some people are saying it wasn't a great fight. It wasn't all that entertaining. And so my clip number 7, this is where Jake responds to those allegations.
The haters who are jealous and don't have anything going on in their sad and miserable lives, and they want to bring the whole event down and Mike down and me down and all of these things.
What if it's not as deep as that for some people? What if some people just think it was not that entertaining?
That was deep.
Fight?
I mean, what do they want?
Punches.
Yes,
Punches.
a real fight.
Yeah, we want to fight.
Yeah, like fight someone your own age, maybe, so they can fight back.
Right, something competitive that not 14-ounce gloves and everything else that you guys did.
Did you clip him comparing it to a 10-10 NFL game?
He goes, guys, look at, I mean, maybe it wasn't the best boxing match ever, but there's NFL games that are low scoring and, this happens. It's like, yeah, but if it was the Super Bowl and then it's 7-3, we'd be pissed.
Well, not only that, they're trying to score.
Right,
also-
yes, they're both trying to win.
One of the teams is not playing a team that's 30 years older. There's that.
Play the 85 Bears.
I mean,
Let's get the 85 Bears together to pay the Chiefs.
that boxing
that
match was
commercial?
designed to suck.
It's like that commercial they do with Emmett and Jerry Rice and stuff. They're like, let's go play football against
I love
Dan
that
Marino.
spot. That's a great ad.
It would be like that. Like, it's ridiculous. But it's interesting to me that he continues to say, like, no, it was a great fight. Everything was on the up and up. And so then it's like, well, were you disappointed in Mike's performance? Because, my clip number 8 here, obviously Mike Tyson did not bring the goods.
Some people were disappointed in Mike's performance. They thought Mike would give more because you see these videos of him going crazy hard on those pads. doing that shit.
Yep, and people are like, "Oh, it's rigged because look at him on the pads, but he didn't do this in the fight." Because someone is fucking punching back, you dumb fucks. Like, people don't realize my power.
That is true.
And my jab and my speed and my ability and my footwork to get out of the way of those punches. So then all of a sudden he's throwing at literally air.
Well, that goes back to Drew's point. Fight somebody your own age who's worth a shit if you're so much better.
From the get, though, Tyson did not bring it. He did not try to land any serious punches in that. So
I didn't feel like
this
he
whole
even
thing-
tried.
He was in the hospital like 2 months ago. Not only
No,
is
I
he
understand, but I'm just saying, like, for Jake to say it's because I'm such a great defensive boxer.
He
it's
threw
just bullshit.
18 punches.
Jake's not Mayweather, all right? No one's buying this.
I don't think I've ever seen a worse fight.
Well, Mayweather Pacquiao was pretty bad, but not this bad.
Not this
There was
bad.
just no. When they show the highlights at the end of the round, it's like that's the highlight of the
Yeah, there
round.
were none.
Holy
Yeah,
shit!
that was awful.
Now, Drew, you picked up on this. My clip number 10, where Logan Paul is being very condescending to Mike Tyson, Iron Mike here.
Proud of his performance, dude.
Yeah.
Like-
I mean, for his age,
I'm pretty impressed.
persevered.
He totally did.
and he fucking tried and fought.
He did try.
Fought.
Did he though?
And Logan said, I was so proud of Mike. Like,
Proud of them. He really tried in that. Wow.
Yeah,
He was
well,
supposed to try. He was paid $20 million.
I was gonna say, he got paid
It
a
was
lot.
supposed to be a really good fight between a former champ and a nobody, basically.
Well, you know why he wasn't able to connect with Jake Paul.
Yeah, I know what you're going to play.
Yeah, my clip number 12. This is what's so deceiving about Jake.
Bro, your head is so big.
It didn't hurt. Like he didn't really land anything.
No, because your head is. I
Like,
just
even
tell you,
the
you
one
can
he
just take
landed-
impact like crazy.
Even the one he landed, I saw it coming and I went like this. And it like,
Your beard throws people off. I don't think they know where your chin is. I don't even know where your chin is. And I've known you for like your whole life, and I forgot where it is in there.
you can't tell. Try and guess where it's at.
I can't. I couldn't even begin. I can't tell if it's like a shallow chin, or like is your chin like? Are you crimson chin?
My chin is right here.
That's what I'm saying. I don't.
It's right there.
I don't know.
Yeah, start under the lower lip, I'd say. A little bit under the lower lip's where it is.
It's kind of funny.
What the fuck?
Guys, this is going to be a new thing. Every boxer is going to grow out a long beard to fuck with their opponent. They're going to keep winning now.
I swear to God, I really think he was serious, though, wasn't he?
Oh, he better not have been serious.
I thought Logan was.
They were having some fun with it.
Maybe.
He's fucking with his brother, yeah.
I don't know.
But Jake was being serious about how he was dodging the punches.
yeah. No, some of this podcast is so stupid. I can't tell because it's not making me want to click it. It's making me want to hate on it, but not enough to want to watch it all the time. I don't know. I mean, when you get into some of the other stuff, I can say more.
All right, well, let me get into one of the other things, and you might not have made it this far. There are two things that are terrible for podcasting, and my clip number 16 will show both of them.
Logan, you're on your
and
phone.
Thor is the best dog in the world.
So for those that can't see it, Jake's got his golden retriever and Logan's looking at his phone.
Yes. Dogs and phones are both brutal for podcasts.
Lila!
Don't we know it?
I know.
Yeah, I know.
And
Look
this
at,
is
look at those dopes.
And Thor is the best dog in the world.
great point.
Fucking stupid.
Wow.
I'm just so distracted by that.
And at the beginning of the show, Logan says, I don't make this much money on the podcast.
yeah, he did say that. He was complaining that Alex Cooper got $100 million, Joe Rogan, and how come no one's coming to him with deals? He's got the biggest podcast.
It's not the biggest podcast. It's like top 70, 60 in that neighborhood. I'm sure he makes some good money on it, but for him, it's not that much money. That's probably how I'm sure he believes that.
Well, it's definitely maximized because aren't there tons of promos? I mean, you can just see that on the set. There's, Prime and all kinds of beverages.
They own
yeah.
companies. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're making a ton of money. Well, this video has 767,000 views in a week,
wow.
and his channel has 4.75 million subs.
It is right after the fight, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I
So
would
it's
think that they would have had a lot of people tuning in.
It's a big show for them.
Yeah.
But I thought it was interesting that Mike Malik wasn't there. Do you know who this guy is, Carl?
Yeah, I'm familiar with him. I've seen him on the show before. Yeah,
He's kind of a goof. Logan was buying beanbag chairs, and Mike was selling beanbag chairs. That's how they met. And Logan liked this guy, the beanbag salesman, so much he moved him into his closet at his house, which is a big closet. And next thing you know, he's on Impulsive. He's like a co-host. And then within a couple of years, fast forward, he's banging this huge porn star. Wait, who's a porn star he's banging? I know you know the name. I'm sure I wrote it down somewhere. Hold
Is it
on.
Lana
Rhodes. He's banging Lana Rhodes, and he bought her a Lamborghini, and he's got other shows, and it's like, oh my God. And he wrote a book, and I heard that in the book, he co-opted the histories of high school friends of his who were drug dealers and heroin addicts, but he actually was not that person. He got busted.
Oh, wow.
So he'd been talking a lot of shit about how streetwise he was and all this shit he went through, quitting drugs and, getting in trouble and stuff. And so it's such a crazy story. It half amuses me.
So he's like Jay Peterman from Seinfeld. He bought well, he didn't buy the stories though.
I think he did. He promised them if Netflix does something with it, he's going to pay them a lot of money. But Netflix has not done anything with it yet. So
I'm just impressed that he had the job title of beanbag chair salesperson.
I know.
It's so
Nobody could do that
funny.
in this world.
And like in a year, he's banging a porn star. That's pretty good. That's an
pretty
American
awesome.
success story.
He's 35 years old selling beanbag chairs. Now he's still under 40, and he's a multimillionaire. And by the way, he got busted on the Lamborghini too. He rented Lana Rhodes' Lamborghini. He wasn't purchased.
Wah, wah.
Well, that's actually a smart move. You're going to give a Lamborghini to your porn star
star.
girlfriend. You don't want to pay cash.
Who's now his ex-girlfriend too, I think.
Of course. Yeah, it makes sense. Well, speaking of fame and success, one of the dynamics between these two brothers is Logan has always been the more popular Paul brother. He's the more famous one. He kind of started all of this. And now Jake is getting all this fame because he had this big fight and everyone's talking about him. So here's my clip number 5 where Logan's like, yeah, I think you're more famous than I am now.
So one time someone was like, yo, Jake Paul. I'm like, I'm Logan. They're like, who? I'm like, fuck.
No, I don't believe you.
That didn't happen either. But it might have, bro. Like some of these interactions, like,
But it might have.
Logan goes, dude, I've been citing your name lately. And Jake goes, really? You have? He goes, no, not really. I'm still more famous than you, asshole.
I feel like Logan is just totally fucking with his brother.
And
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
a pretty major tease there.
Definitely. And then you might have noticed in an earlier clip, but they bring in a big poster of the still photo of Jake getting slapped during the weigh-in by Tyson. So this is a gift that's given to him. This is my clip number 6 where they describe this.
it's a gift
Oh, no way.
from me to you,
Dude.
to signify that moment forever.
Yo, frick yeah. Dude, that's sick.
Bro, the fact that that's real is iconic.
What's crazy is I was going to get this framed, but you beat me to it.
Yeah, it's super low
Crazy.
quality.
Yeah, I'm probably going to throw this away.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you. It's poster board.
It's weird. Like, how did my eye get morphed like that?
That's high impact velocity traumatic.
You know, he bent my earring too, like 90 degrees.
What do you mean?
back of
what,
it.
What do you mean, really?
Yeah, the back of it was bent.
So you told me you're telling me you didn't feel this slap at all?
I didn't feel it. I'm really not trying to like be tough or something. It didn't feel.
You trying to be a tough guy or something?
I didn't even feel a single thing.
How?
Not even like, oh my God, that hurt. Like my skin, like the impact. It was all beard, so like the skin didn't even hurt. And then like, I don't know. I was just.
Bro, but your head moved. I even thought I saw you like wobble a little bit.
Didn't wobble, didn't have any stars, didn't feel it. Nothing.
It was a fucking slap. And by the way, Logan looks so fake acting angry there.
Yeah.
Did you see his face? It looks ridiculous. Like, oh my God.
Is there something you could do to make your face numb? I'm wondering why he didn't feel this slap. I'm wondering if there's something that would cause that.
You know, when he's talking about how big his head is, the last time I remember hearing about someone's head growing was Barry Bonds.
That's true.
And the other thing he said was that his underbite is moving out. It's like, what is he taking? I mean, that's not boxers generally. I haven't heard about moving underbites. I've never heard that before.
Good point. I didn't even think about that because he kept talking about, how, dude, your head is big. It's getting big.
Yeah, and your mouth is moving out.
It's implying something.
His underbite's getting worse and worse. What?
Yeah, that's funny.
Interesting, because he sure got really super strong pretty fast. He was always pretty built, but damn.
Are you guys ready to move on to some UAP talk?
I can't wait.
So, unidentified aerial phenomenon, formerly known as UFOs. They get into this, and this is a pretty deep conversation. If you guys are gonna drop acid, now's the time. My clip 13 is a good way to start this off.
3,000 G's, I heard.
3,000 G's, brother. Do you know how fucking fast that is?
Yeah. Do they live in the ocean?
I think so. It makes the most sense. Think about it. 70% of the earth is covered in water, and we've only explored 5% of the ocean. We've explored more of space than we have of our own ocean on this planet. And these crafts that are reported are capable of transmedium travel. So they can go from the air to the water seamlessly.
How do we know that?
Why would they not, if they can do that, hide in the ocean?
So they're really fish. They're fish aliens.
I bet they're down there with the fish for sure.
Well, if they're down there with the fish, then they're fish.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Because, I mean, I'm up here with the humans, and that makes me a human.
Yeah.
So they're fish flyers.
Dude,
They're flying fish.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Essentially, you figured it out.
Dude, they need to put me on that team.
What?
Yeah.
Is he retarded?
Boy,
Honestly,
Carl Sagan just didn't know shit. I mean, I never knew any of this.
I'm up here with a human, so I'm human. Well, there's giraffes and birds. How do we know you're not a fucking elephant?
All right, maybe he hasn't thought it all the way through. These guys think they're way more interesting than they actually are.
No, it was driving me crazy.
Covered this for too long. Also, I like that he says, we've explored more of space than we have the ocean. Like, that's definitely not true.
Oh, there's no way.
But Carl, he's an influencer, so what he says, it's important. It means something, whether he knows it or not.
I'm not even a scientist, and I know that's not true.
Space is infinite.
Ridiculous conversation. I can't believe that actually took place, and they didn't edit it out.
Well, they think they're fun. They think they're funny. And so my clip 14, they start to speculate on what this UAP phenomenon actually is.
Some of these saucers and crafts that they're describing appear more than once. Like, that looks like the same as that.
Look at his
and
face.
That looks like the same as that. And there's got to be like a connection. Like, I heard somewhere there's like 5 civilizations of extraterrestrials on the planet, and potentially like warring factions. And
Yeah, there's got to be different groups and gangs for sure. They're clicked up like the Bloods and Crips.
goddamn right, brother.
It's for sure. And they're talking about all the G's and stuff like that. So
All the
there's
fucking
hella
Gs.
G's. And they're just hella ganged up and shit like that.
Yeah.
And they have different whips, like they can't all just have a Bentley.
Yeah,
They need a Rolls Royce too.
100%.
What?
What just happened?
That took quite a turn at the end.
So ridiculous.
About the factions and other civilizations. We've all seen that documentary Guardians of the Galaxy, right? I mean,
Right. He goes, I read somewhere there's like 5 different civilizations. They're all warring factions. Like, where did you read that? I want to read that.
that's in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
Wait, they have gangs? Extraterrestrials have gangs?
Yes.
And where's this Bentley dealership in outer space where they're driving Bentleys and other whips?
I actually heard that the alien war is going to start on December 3rd. Have you guys heard about this?
I have not heard of that. No.
Yeah. So that's coming up this week. So
Oh,
watch
great.
out for
Are
that.
they going to have a show before that, I hope?
We'll see. How do you know what's the truth? So you just heard him say, I was reading somewhere there's 5 different civilizations, they're warring factions. So the other question comes up like, people write a lot of stuff on the internet. How do you know what the truth is? And I think they're going to figure this out here.
But it's so hard because, how do I find out what the truth is? Like, how do I know what the truth is, actually?
Meditation and getting closer to God.
That's the most bullshit answer I've ever heard.
Yeah.
How does that tell me what the truth is? Like, if I see a headline on Twitter, I'm like, well, I'm going to meditate to find out if it's true.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like within yourself. You're talking about
Yeah.
you're talking about like reading shit online.
Yeah, like, is it a man or a woman? Like, I don't know. Like, what does XY chromosomes mean? Like, I don't know. Can someone tell me? Please tell me. I don't know. What makes a boy? Penis? Yeah, help me, Elon.
Yeah, you could chat GPT it.
That was so brave and vulnerable of Logan, I thought. After that really deep UFO discussion, I thought it was so vulnerable of him to do that.
I love that cut they do to Jake where he's just not paying attention. That one right there.
And also, I love how Jake has all the answers and he just accepts anything he says.
Well, but he is the guest, right? I mean, he is talking to his guest. His guest could help him out.
UFOs being fish and
ludicrous.
gangs. Come on.
They do speculate that he is brain damaged.
Clearly.
Going on.
He clearly is.
He only took 18 punches.
I can
Well,
tell
not from that fight, obviously. We all could have survived that fight.
this has totally flipped my opinion on who I hate more than the Paul
Yeah,
brothers.
I was going to say that's why I wanted to play this for you first. So, what do you think, Mark?
Oh, I hate Jake way more now.
Yeah.
But the Logan stuff's all about the crypto and the scams and the money he's stealing. But I think I'd rather hang out with him than Jake.
I think Jake is a good. He's just more of a raw bullshitter, whereas Logan, I think, is just more deeply full of shit.
Oh, so you hate Logan more?
I think I hate Logan more too. He's always scamming, always be scamming.
Who would you rather hang out with though?
I don't. God, I don't.
You
know.
have to.
I can't. Jake.
Who would you rather nail?
Really? Wow.
I don't like Logan. I don't.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a prisoner's dilemma.
Speaking of scams, Logan Paul recently teamed up with Mr. Beast and KSI, and they started this new Lunchables. It's called like Lunchly,
Yeah.
which I think is bad timing with RFK Jr. coming on board to have like a Lunchable product.
Well, isn't it already like banned in some countries because of labeling and chemicals in it? And yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, no,
but,
I'm not making that up. I thought I read it. Just like Prime has been banned.
there's a video of the three of those guys trying to push it, and they have no chemistry whatsoever. It's so awkward.
No, and the crypto scams too. It's really
awful.
sick the way they're making crypto go up and they sell
Up
and
and
make all
dumps.
this money and it goes back down and it's just awful. I don't know. I just feel like they're so full of shit.
They are.
You guys are making the point about Martha Stewart. Compared to what she did, she goes to prison for that, and these guys are actively inflate. I mean, I realize it's cryptocurrency; it's a Wild West, but they're actively inflating the value and then selling. It's ridiculous.
Well, and then he had the crypto eggs that were supposed to hatch, and they didn't hatch, and so they lost all this money. And then he didn't just pay them back. You know, he has the money to pay them back. He's like, no, I think I'll just keep the money and offer you a lot less than you invested. And now he's got more crypto. I mean, that's really
Where can I
ballsy.
buy it? He does. Sign me up. I'm in. Speaking of stupid decisions, I have some Stuttering John stuff for us.
Oh,
today.
excellent. Sweet.
You guys want to see? So John did a show yesterday. He's back at home with his mom.
I love when he's home.
Oh, me too. He's doing a show with Vince the Warrior. They call it the Duke and the Dwarf, even though both of them are very short, but whatever.
Carl, can you put the word out in the Dabbleverse to please make his mom's phone ring as soon as he starts his show, every time he does a show from there, if they're not doing it already? I love that.
That was still my favorite episode.
the
But
best.
I will tell you, the other thing that you love, Drew, and I love it too, is when John starts his show off and realizes he didn't brush his hair. My clip 17, this is how the episode started yesterday.
Don't cross the Duke. Everybody knows that.
Not everybody. Not everybody. Oh, I forgot to brush my hair. Let me go brush my hair. I like my hair brushed.
So he just leaves?
What an.
That's the intro. That's the beginning of his show.
Well, now I'm stuck looking at that cord that's just hanging from the light.
Oh, I did brush my hair.
Oh, he did brush his hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry.
All right.
Is that his mom?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, baby. At the gym today. Goal!
Did he brush his hair?
You took it out. He's going to reveal
I
this.
did brush my hair. Forgot.
I did brush my hair. I forgot. So I increased the audio 12 dBs when he went back and to the bathroom, and his mom goes, "Do you need a toothbrush, hon?" He goes, No. I think she's trying to hint at something. It was someone offers you a stick of gum.
Wait, so he
sure?
He looks at himself in the camera, thinks I look like shit because I didn't brush my hair, then goes in the bathroom and says, "Oh, I did brush my hair. I still look like shit. This is as good as it's gonna get."
Yeah, his hair is so greasy and he's so wet and sweaty that his hair's all over the place. Like, oh shit, I look like hell. He's like, oh yeah, I did. This is as good as it gets.
What does the mirror in the bathroom show something different than the screen he was looking in?
Maybe his brush was out. He went, oh yeah, that's right. I did brush my hair.
Yeah, I've actually felt my wet toothbrush and gone, oh, I did brush my teeth.
Right.
Not when I was
like
starting
that.
a show.
Now, so John flew into JFK on Saturday night. He got in like 7:45 or something like that. And he didn't have a single friend. This is the guy who grew up on Long Island. All of his buddies are there. Didn't have a single friend or family member who would come and pick him up from the airport. So he decides to reach out to Vince, the lawyer, to ask him to pick him up from the airport.
But he already owes Vince money.
He does owe Vince money, but he's like, Vince, we're friends. Help me out. My clip 18. We'll see what went down here.
So, like, I'm like, Vince is close to JFK. Maybe he'll pick me up. I mean, he fucking ball washes fucking KC every second of the day he gets. So maybe he'll take care of the Duke. So I'm like, Vince, you want to come pick me up? You can drive me to my mom's. You can meet my mom, and she has plenty of extra rooms. You can sleep over, and we can hang out.
How old are you?
So Vince goes, I'm at a party, but I'll send you an Uber. I'm like, really? And you go, yeah. And I'm like, wow, that was fun. That's fucking nice of you.
Oh,
Wow.
it's nice.
All right. So
Wait, did he call him when he arrived at the airport or before he took the flight?
he called when he arrived at the airport. Now, there's a couple of things going on here. First of all, I've been saying this lately. If you watch Point Dabble Point or WATP and we talk about John is 6 years old. As soon as you realize that, everything he does makes sense.
You're right. Yeah.
Why don't you come to my house? You meet my mom and sleep over. What? Why the fuck would you think that?
A sleepover. He's
Did you see-
59.
Did you see what I put at the end of that video? Can you pull that back up?
Yeah.
Mark?
I
Okay.
zoomed in on it so you can read it
Okay,
better.
so the reason why I have his Uber ride is because Vince texted this to me. So Vince got John an Uber to go from JFK back to Long Island to Massapequa. Now, what's interesting about this, that address right there, 1495 Hicksville Road, is not John's address.
Oh.
As a place called Sales Place, which is a bar. John took an Uber directly. He's got his luggage and everything. He's like, take me right to the bar.
Oh my God.
Wait, why couldn't John order himself an Uber?
That's a great question.
I mean,
why couldn't he get himself an Uber?
did he call Vince when he was done at the bar to get a ride home? Hey, you can still spend the night.
Good question too. Is that wild?
Yeah, that's pretty
sad.
That's pretty bad.
And I was watching on Sunday's stream. He was talking about how he took JetBlue and he loves JetBlue because he ordered like 3 or 4 beers and they gave him like 2 or 3 for free on top of that. And I've done that flight from Fort Myers to New York. It's not a long flight. Having 6 or 7 beers is crazy. And then he landed and immediately had to get to the bar.
Why would they give him free beers? Did they know who he was?
Who knows?
Do they really?
I mean, John's so full of shit.
Do people really give away free beers on flights? That doesn't seem terribly common to me.
It happened to me on Southwest, but I don't know what JetBlue's policy is, but John was bragging about it. It's so funny. Again, he's 6 years old. He goes, and they gave me headphones for free, and I got to watch the new Wolverine. What's the movie?
Deadpool.
Deadpool Wolverine.
Deadpool, yeah, Deadpool Wolverine movie. It's like, yeah, you can watch a movie on JetBlue, right? He's all happy about it.
So there's the bar he went to.
Yes,
Yeah.
their sales place.
Ah,
We should call him. There's their phone number.
that looks a little more upscale than I would have thought.
It must be the closest to his mom's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you see it right there on the marquee. It's like lunch bar.
Yeah, right in the middle there. Yeah.
He probably wanted everyone to know he's back in town.
Right. Probably.
ASAP.
All right, so speaking about how he's there with his mom and his mom's helping him out, he's telling Vince how he's been working since he was 10 years old. My clip 19. This is hilarious.
And you got to give it to me. I've been working since I was 10 years old. And you ask my mom, hey, Mom.
I know your work history. We get it. Wholesale tire, penny saver, wholesale tires, Newsday.
Wait, I want to see his mom.
Yeah.
Vince, what are you doing?
I've been working since I'm not. Tell my friend I've been working since I was 10. Who does that? That's so weird.
A 6-year-old.
6-year-old.
Oh my God! And what's she going to say? She's not going to back him up. He's lying.
He's going to back him up. But that's also not impressive. Like, no one's impressed. He had a paper route, had a job, like, whatever. Kids do that for money.
Is that what he calls working since he was 10 years old? A paper route?
Yeah, you mentioned the penny saver.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I guess I've been working since I was 10 years old too.
Right, that's what I mean. It's not that impressive.
No, it's not a full-time job.
Right. All right. This is great. I got some great stuff for us today because this is a longer clip, but the payoff is worth it. John's upset because Vince the lawyer, well, John owes Vince money, right? So there's this lawsuit. They settled out of court, and John owes Vince money. He's supposed to be paying him in monthly installments. He's supposed to pay in October. He's supposed to pay in November.
It's $286 a month. Is it $286?
People have speculated about it. We don't know for sure.
Okay.
What I do know is that John has paid zero.
Yes.
And he keeps trying to get out of it. And he keeps saying, Vince, you have all this money. I don't have as much money as you. Why don't you just let me get out of it? Now, what's really pissed him off is that Vince went to the UFC match at Madison Square Garden with Casey Armstrong. So Casey, former producer of the Howard Stern Show.
Oh, so he's jealous.
John is so jealous. He's like, what? You're going with KC and you still want me to pay you money? And I guess Vince paid for the tickets and everything like that.
Of course, John had to know who paid for the tickets.
Oh, yeah. So my clip 20, John's very upset about this. He gets very worked up.
So my point is, why are you going to hold me to this? You take KC, you spend, I think you said $5,400 for 2 UFC tickets. And then, and then now you're going to hold me hostage for this bullshit money that you don't need when I need it more than you do?
There's two things, though. Now, everyone knows what we're referring to, the settlement for the lawsuit, which we shouldn't be disclosing the terms.
Doesn't matter. We're not disclosing the terms.
My attorney told me specifically, thank you again to Kaufman, Dolowich, and Patrick Cannell, who told me specifically, well, I can't really say what he told me, but maybe I got this information that you're sort of extorting me, relating it to that frivolous ethics complaint that was filed.
How am I extorting you?
By saying don't accept payment and I won't follow up on any type of other claim.
Oh, Vince, will you shut the fuck up? First of all, and you don't have to listen to, fucking hold your ears if you want, or mute your Downsy headphones. Because here's the fucking thing. They've been emailing me ever since you and I fucking worked it out. And ever since you and I worked it out, I never fucking responded back to them. They asked me for shit. I never fucking gave it to them. They asked me to fucking give them a rebuttal on the fucking decision. I never did it. I'm not going to fucking do it. So I'm not extorting you. It's never going to happen. I'm not going to go after you. I don't want to go after you. We settled it. It's over. So I'm not extorting you. I don't give a fuck. You don't want to waive anything? Don't. I'm just saying be a fucking decent human being. Because I am. And I didn't respond to them. But no, you don't have to. I'll give you your fucking money. But I'm just saying to you, you don't fucking have to
It looked like his tongue blew a load.
Dude, Peter North is jealous of that. Wow.
Gross. Wait, did John blow someone before this conversation? Was he holding it in his mouth?
Yeah, I think Casey Armstrong. That's why he's jealous. It's his boyfriend.
That was
So
What is that?
if there's a debt between two people, generally the person that has the most money never collects. But if the person with more money owes the person with less, then they would pay them.
Look at that.
Correct.
Look at
John's
that
vibe,
first,
yes.
that first string that comes flying out.
His tongue blew a load.
Yeah, it's ropes. I've seen people spit before. I've never seen them spit ropes.
Those are ropes.
How did Vince react to that? I don't really see his reaction.
He didn't really react.
Didn't. No, I think he's used to it.
He is used to it because
God.
Wow.
the day before this, John had a sneeze. And this was, we played it, I think, on Point Dabble Point. I know that Shuey played it on the Uncle Rico show. They call it the sneeze heard around the world. So this is my clip 21. You'll see this.
I mean,
God!
No, Now, what's crazy about this is that he's in his mom's house, okay? He's drooling, he's sneezing, everything's flying out of his face. And you're like, are you cleaning this up after yourself? Have some respect
It was right on
for
the
your poor
floor.
mom.
He's turning into Gary the Conqueror, who used to masturbate on his carpet all the time. Remember when Howard used to talk about that?
Yeah. Oh, it's so gross.
Oh, Jesus.
Have you ever seen someone sneeze and everything goes out of his mouth?
Not that much.
Well, and,
That's
and to
weird.
not cover it? What is wrong with you?
Yeah, I know. Why isn't his instinct to like cover up his face? It's crazy.
There's a lot of fluids discharging from his body.
Mark is going back and
Sorry.
forth with it. And it looks
This is intriguing to me.
All right.
Who
so
sneezes like that?
Wow.
I have one more clip on here because after he sees all that drool come out, Vince goes, "Hey, what about that sneeze you had yesterday?" And this reveal is shocking.
Now, do you have any comment on the sneeze that was heard around the world that the Dewsbury covered last night?
Oh, it was brilliant. It's still sitting
Oh,
there.
and that's another thing. Did you pluck that hair out of your nose yet? That was so gross.
Yeah, wait, no, no.
Oh,
Put that.
Hold on.
Okay.
You see it there?
oh my God.
No, it's gotta be closer.
Well, your fucking mom's house,
What
you
is that?
ass?
That's the
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
that's fucking gross.
Oh, my God.
He blew snot and saliva all over the end table and never cleaned it up. And now he's showing his friend on his show that it's still there. This is next level. I don't even know what to say. It's so disrespectful. I don't know why the family isn't stepping in, having an intervention with this guy. Like, you can't stay at mom's house anymore.
It's a strange form of bragging, I think, just that he does whatever he wants, whenever he wants.
Oh, wait a second. Maybe it's like he's 6. That's
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
There you
That's
go.
why he does everything that he does. He's all proud of himself. Look at what I got away with. My mom didn't even punish me for doing this.
She didn't even notice.
I got to tell you, my 6-year-old isn't even that gross.
No, mine knows to put it in the, sneeze into your arm.
And to clean up after yourself.
Well, I have to remember that the next time I'm stunned by something, does Carl's answer fit? Just imagine that he's 6 years old, and will it make sense? It seems so far so good.
Drew, I am telling you, there hasn't been one thing yet that I've been like, oh, that's right, he's 6. And then it all makes sense every time.
Wow. Oh, my God. I was not expecting that.
Something else, huh?
All right. Are you due to go to practice?
Yes, I have to go rehearse with the band. By the way, we're looking forward to Gary Hoey. Great to hear him on the show yesterday.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to point out, of course, Ho Ho Hoey, phenomenal music.
Mm-hmm.
You guys also have a Christmas album. You guys asked about more modern tracks. We do instrumental versions of All I Want for Christmas and Last Christmas by Wham and the Chipmunk song. We do some trad stuff too. But if you want to check that out, Merry Christmas from the Isotopes, wherever you stream music.
Oh, on Spotify, anywhere?
Yep.
Oh, great.
Yep.
I will.
We have 2 Christmas albums out. That one and Little Saint Nick, the single. So
And is the guitar handling the lyrics?
the guitar is handling the lyrics.
Okay.
Correct.
It's just like Gary. Cool. No, it's going to be great. Gary's at the Magic Bag December the 13th, Friday. And then the Bills and the Lions on Sunday. So, got a big weekend.
Hopefully Sunday.
I know. I'm nervous. Nothing's happened yet. I think that's a good
Right.
sign.
I don't know how they can move that.
I did not know they could do that. I
It's
thought they-
new this year. It's new this year to flex it out of day.
Bullshit.
I feel like the Bills have been moved for weather before, like days,
Yeah,
and then they were
that's
moved
true.
here to Detroit from a Bills
Yep.
home game. So it's the NFL;
couple
they do whatever
times.
they want.
All right, well, have a good rehearsal and enjoy the gig tomorrow, and we'll see you real soon.
Yeah, and let me just plug something real quick.
Sure.
Because tomorrow night I'm doing something different. We're going to do a premiere on our YouTube page. It's available for everyone. So normally we do Wednesdays at 5 p.m. If you're on our Patreon or YouTube channel, you can see us do it live. I'm going to put it out for everyone. We recorded it on Sunday. E-Rock, Eric Nagel, producer from Opie and Anthony, was on. We did part 2 of David Lee Roth's radio career.
Oh, that was great. I love that.
And part 2 is really based on the perspective of Opie and Anthony, who ended up taking over for him.
Oh, that's it. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, so that's tomorrow at 5 on Who Are These Podcasts YouTube channel.
And that's for anybody.
Everyone can watch it live at 5.
Wow. How thankful we are, Carl.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks a lot.
Have a good one.
See ya.
See ya.